Hi College and Career Success. This is your welcome video for fall 2024. My name is Dr. Linda Remark. I always like to start off each semester with just a video that was going to go over what you can kind of expect and help you learn to navigate the course. Now, if you've never taken an online course here before, you're going to have to take what's called the Succeeding Online Orientation. It's a Blackboard course. So if you are watching this video from one of the links I sent you in your email, you have not taken that orientation course, you're going to need to do that, because when you try to get into our course, if you have not taken that orientation, you're not even going to be able to get access to the course yet. So you want to make sure that you do take that orientation. Once you have, you'll be able to get into our course right here. Every time you log in, you're going to see the Start Here section. You're going to use this section less and less as the semester goes on. So I'm just going to walk you through the different parts, different navigation, and kind of let you know what to expect and how this is all set up for you for this semester. All right, so as we scroll down, this is a brief overview of kind of just the course, what to expect. Down here, this is where this video will be embedded here. You can see my spring one was there. This one will be replaced, and your fall video will be right there. In here is the instructor welcome. So just a little bit about myself. So I've been here at Stark State for quite a long time now. And so this talks about the classes that I'm teaching. I teach a mixture of face-to-face and online classes. And I've taught this class in all different kinds of modalities throughout the many years. So that's just a little bit of getting to know me. Further down, you'll see a copy of our syllabus. I'm going to go through the syllabus with you. So the syllabus right here is going to open up into a PDF. I always recommend that you, at the very least, print off the calendar pages so that you have access to those at all times. So here's just an overview of our syllabus. So a master syllabus, all the courses you take are going to have the master syllabus. Here is our course description, the general learning outcomes this course meets, and then the course objectives, like the goals for the course. And it's going to span going from talking about, digital technology to taking tests to looking at monitoring and managing time. So again, all these things that you can pretty much expect out of a college success, first semester type class. Here's information on where to go for these different policies. If you had questions on, let's say, final grade appeal or class attendance, anything like that. Disability services. So if you had an IEP or a 504 or any other academic need that has some kind of paperwork to go with it, our Office of Disability Support Services is the place that provides accommodations. So quiet room for testing, extra test time, a note taker. They're a great resource for students who might need that academic assistance. Here's some information on computer usage and some general student success resources. So part of the goals of this course is to introduce you to some of these resources throughout the semester. And so some of these will be embedded, some of them I'll talk about. I also like to point attention here from the Stark State home page, at the very top where it says info for current students. Here is a more complete list of all of the resources we have on campus. And so you can see we do have computer pair basics, so students who might need help with computer issues. And that means anywhere from like navigating online Blackboard use to Excel spreadsheets and things in between. We have counseling services here on campus. We have tutoring. So all of these different resources. We have a food pantry. So I'd like to make sure that you're aware of those. And again, I will go through those and talk about some of those as we go throughout the semester. All right, moving on, this is a little bit more specific to our class. This is a 3-credit-hour course. We are a Web 3 class, which means we do not meet face-to-face. We are completely online. You do have to work at your own pace within the confines of each week, and I'll talk about that here in a little bit. Again, my name is Dr. Linda Remark. I do have an on-campus location as well as office hours. You can see this is when you can expect to find me in my office. You can also get through to me in my Blackboard course mail or my email. And there's my extension. We do have a textbook, but the good news is it's online and it's free. And I will show you that here in just a little bit. Here's how you're going to be evaluated. So we have 12 chapters, and you will have assignments that go along with each chapter. Sometimes there's 2 assignments per chapter, so it just kind of depends. But you'll have assignments that go along with each chapter that support the content in some way. You're going to submit each assignment to me through Blackboard. That's my preferred method just because I'm in Blackboard, obviously, grading, responding. Now, if something happens, you're going to send it to me through email attachment. That's okay as well. Every chapter again has assignments, but then it also has discussion prompts that you'll have to respond to. So a discussion prompt is 150 words or more. So I don't take points off if you're like a little bit under, but if there's a significant difference, if you're well under, starting at like 130 or below, you will start to see a dock in those points. So you'll have a prompt most weeks. There are some weeks there's not, but most weeks you'll have some sort of prompt. And you will need to respond in 150 words or more. And then you'll have to respond to 2 classmates. And so that kind of replicates the interaction between classmates that you would have in a face-to-face setting. So your prompts will be in each week's folder, which I'll go through at a later time. Attendance points are due by Wednesdays. So even though this is an online class and you're working at your own pace, you still need to respond in those original prompts by Wednesdays for your weekly attendance, and then your response to 2 classmates is due on Sunday, as well as any other assignments that are going on. I will have all of this in my weekly messages, my weekly videos, so you'll always know what's happening. It's also in your calendar. In a 16-week semester, approximately 1 chapter per week. There are some weeks where it's not chapter based, so you'll kind of see how that works out. You will have quizzes. Obviously, this is an online class, so the quizzes are more a combination of short answer where you are talking about like personal experience mixed with textbook support. So it's essay based, 2 to 5 complete sentences per question. We'll also have student success workshop assignment, which I'll talk about in more detail later as well. And here's just like a breakdown of the grading scale, some general class policies, when our assignments due. So attendance posts are due by Wednesdays, and then respond to 2 classmates by Sunday, as well as any other assignments due by Sunday. Are there extra credit opportunities? Sometimes. It just kind of depends. Make sure you check, take advantage of them when you see them. If you miss an attendance, can you make it up? No, it's basically like if you miss an in-person class, you can't go back in time and make up that class. So if you miss a Wednesday night post, you can still get credit for posting and attendance if you post late. So for instance, if you post on a Wednesday night, you'll get 100% attendance. If you don't post on Wednesday night, don't just say, oh, well, I missed it. If you post on Thursday, you can still get partial attendance, but you also get points for actually doing the post. So in a way, you're getting graded twice on these discussion posts. You're getting graded for attendance purposes, but you're also getting graded on how well did you respond to the prompt? Did you meet all the requirements? Did you answer the questions? Did you get your 150 words? So please don't skip a prompt response just because maybe you missed Wednesday night, maybe you forgot about it or whatever. Can you make up missed assignments? It's really case by case. Generally, the drop boxes are going to close after that due date. They're done. However, if there's extenuating circumstances, we can talk about that. I also, toward the end of the semester, I do reopen earlier weeks. So around week like 13, 14, I will say, hey guys, week 1 is reopened if you would like to go ahead and go back and make up work from earlier in the semester. So look for those opportunities. Do you need a book for this class? Yes, but it's online and it's free. It's inside this course, inside Blackboard. How do you submit assignments? Again, electronically, because I'm not there face-to-face with you. Are there any tests, final projects, or exams? No, but there's chapter quizzes, but there's no final project or anything to that nature. What is the student success workshop assignment? So you are going to have to attend 1 student success workshop, and these are offered in a variety of formats, face-to-face, online, morning, afternoon, evening, and they run anywhere from the beginning of the semester, so beginning of September all the way through like the very beginning of December. So you have a long time, but I really would recommend not waiting until the very end of the semester to try to get one, because what usually happens with a lot of students is they wait until like the end of November and they're like, nothing works with my schedule. And so I will do a separate video just about the workshops. The rest of this is information on like course withdrawal information. If you're taking a 16-week course, you have until November 18th to withdraw, get it off your schedule. All right, the rest of the syllabus here is basically just a calendar of everything that we'll be doing throughout the course of the semester. So it does break it down by week. So you'll see point values of every assignment. You'll see like if there's a discussion forum, I do put it in red, post your original response by Wednesday, and then the rest of the assignments, and then a reminder that they are due. So you can see every once in a while, for instance, like week 6, there's no discussion board. So it says, hey, your attendance is based on completing your assignment by Sunday. So whenever there's no discussion forums, it happens again in week 13. That assignment is my way of taking attendance points. All right, so again, I just recommend either printing off the calendar part of our syllabus or putting it into your planner, whether it's electronic or hard copy, just so you're keeping track of it that way. All right, so that'll be there all semester long for you under the Start Here section. Also in the Start Here section, you're going to have just some other links, software support, expectations, resources. Again, you're going to probably use these things a little less as you go throughout the semester. Here is the textbook. So here's the textbook right here. What's nice about it is also, if we go to lessons, it is also right here. And as you will eventually see, inside every week 1 was a bad example because there's no textbook that week. Week 2, inside each week, you're going to see in the materials folder a link to the textbook. So you're going to see links to the textbook just about everywhere. So just to show you kind of real quick textbook access, it's really easy to navigate. I really like this textbook actually. So it opens up like this. You can search concepts right here. You can have the table of contents kind of opened or closed. You can click where you want to go. You can also navigate toward the bottom of each page, click next that way. You can play around with the font. Do you need it larger or smaller? You can put some highlights in. If you want to do that, you got to create an account so it keeps track of your highlights. And so again, I really like this. I feel like it's a really easy to navigate textbook. And just like any class, I'm going to advocate that I teach, you're not going to read this book word for word for word. That's really not the expectation in this class. The expectation is more to make sure that you're comfortable with the content and maybe really focus in on sections that you're like, hey, you know what? This is where I need to pay attention because we're all in different spots. Some of you are still in high school taking this class. Some of you are out of high school within the last couple of years. Some of you are a little bit more experienced in the world. So we're all in different places, which means different things are going to be more relevant to some of you than others. And I want you to focus in on that. When I give the lectures, I'm going to cover all the sections of the text chapter, but then I want you to kind of really go back and be like, okay, you know what? In chapter 3, I really need to learn about procrastination more, or maybe goal setting, or whatever it is. So I'm just going to encourage you to focus on the parts where you think you could be of most beneficial use of your time. All right, so we already talked about the Start Here. So in this lessons area right here, this muddy point is a discussion forum. I'm going to show you how to post in this because you're going to be posting in discussion forums all semester. So this muddy point will be here all semester long. And you can already see I've put here, post your questions here. This is a forum where anyone can answer these questions. So if you had a general question that another classmate can answer, because maybe they see it before I do, this is where you're going to be posting it. Now, if you have a very individualized question, a question about a grade or a specific question about how to do something that you want my response to, you're going to send me a direct message and I'll show you that here momentarily. How you post in a discussion forum, I'm going to go back here. Once you get here, you're going to go to Create Thread, and this is going to apply to all the discussion forums throughout the semester. You're going to click on Create Thread. Going to put your subject. So in this case, it was Muddy Point, but you put chapter 1 or week 1, whatever your subject is. Go ahead and put your post here, and then you'll simply hit Submit. I hit cancel because I'm already there, and then it'll show up just like this. When you go to respond to a classmate, you just click on the name of their thread, and then you just click on reply. Put your response right there and hit submit. And that's how you post in your discussion forums. I will go over that again when we start doing that for purposes of our weekly assignments. All right, so whenever we start to talk about our workshop assignment, you can see here is my spring video. I will upload that specifically for the fall. Normally they have the workshop offerings in about the middle of August. We're still in early August while I'm recording this video. So I will upload a different video that will walk you just through that workshop assignment that I mentioned. You have until week 16. Here's where you'll eventually submit. You'll attend the workshop and you'll submit proof of attendance, a certificate of attendance or completion. Every workshop's a little different, but you'll submit that right in this Dropbox here. But this video will walk you through where to go, how to register, what the offerings are. So be on the lookout for that soon. Okay, so the rest of the lessons area, you can see they're grayed out because they're going to open, they're timed to open each week. You're going to have a week of videos. So like right here, you have week videos. There's going to be a lecture video and an assignment video for every week. That way you have a video that's going to walk you through the concepts, whether it's a chapter or a specific resource, and then you're going to have a video that's going to walk you through the assignments so you know exactly how to complete the assignments. Then inside every week, you can see again, this is all set up very similarly. Inside every week, I'm just going to click on a random one here, you'll have an overview that's going to say, hey, here's what you're learning about. Here's all the assignments that you're doing this week. Here's the material folder, which is just what it sounds like, anything that's going to help you understand the material. So textbook chapter link, slides, and then you're going to have a folder that is where the assignments are housed. So this is where you'll do the actual work. So discussion forum, some assignments, and then the quiz. Okay, so every week is set up just like that, very similar to that. So whenever you come back and week 1 is open, you're going to go ahead and hopefully watch the lecture video, which is kind of just like in week 1, it's a real quick overview again. And then you'll watch the assignment video that's going to help you navigate how to complete your assignments. I will walk you through when it comes time how to submit things through a Dropbox, because you will be submitting assignments through a Dropbox. And so when you start doing that in week 2, I will walk you through that as well. I will also make sure that I remind you how to do the discussion post. Okay, scrolling back up. The other features here that you are going to be using this semester, right here we have the course messages. Real simple. How you go and do this is you click create message, click on 2. You can see everyone who's enrolled in here. You're going to find my name, highlight it, just click on it, move it over, go ahead and hit your subject, go ahead and hit your message and hit submit. So I can get those directly to me. Anytime there's an announcement or a message, I put those in both these places. So you can kind of see, I'll go to my announcements. You can see I have my announcements already from the end of spring semester in here. This is where you're going to see the announcements for our course start. So you'll see an announcement saying, hey, welcome to week 1. And then anytime I put an announcement, I'm also going to send it as a course message. So you're going to see it in a couple different ways. We have a course calendar here, which is going to link to, there we go, all the assignments. All my classes are in here, so that's why you're going to see so much. But it's going to link to all the assignments. So again, you can keep track of what's due on what dates. And then you have a My Grades area, which is just what it sounds like. It's just constant access to your grades. Some of these are going to be manually graded by myself. Others are automatically graded by Blackboard. So it just kind of depends on the assignment. But this is a nice place to just check in to see, you know, how are you doing. The other objects over here are just different resources. If you needed help, SSC resources, the help desk. So a couple different things that you could utilize there. All right, so that's basically the overview of our course. So I want you to make sure that you're comfortable with this navigation. Again, if you're watching this from a link I sent out in a video, please be sure to take that online orientation course so that you can get into our class. And then I will be seeing you all, quote unquote, online when our class starts, and you can get ready to start week 1. If you have any questions though, please feel free to reach out. All of my contact information is on the syllabus. So if you needed to call or email or send a Blackboard message, it's all there. I hope you all have a great start to the fall semester, and I will be talking with you soon.